Hello everyone, welcome to Another Day in the Car. I'm Julez, and today we're talking about the statements that Ms. Wanda West made on the West Extended Family's Medium.com. She began with a plea, "Please help return my babies," a grandmother's plea. When I learned that two of my grandchildren, the youngest, Orrin and Orson, had disappeared this past December from their home in California City, I was devastated. I am still devastated and in disbelief more than 3 months later that this has happened to these innocent babies and they have not been found. That they are not safe and sound at home with us is horrendous. Less than 18 hours after their disappearance, we made the heart-wrenching choice to place their 4 brothers, my other babies, in the hands of the FBI for their protection. We had no clue what was happening or who was out there, and in an instant all 6 of my grandchildren were gone, out of my reach. I was shocked, hurt, worried, upset, and confused. Today I am still in shock, hurt, worried, upset, but not confused. I am clear that my purpose and mission is to get my babies back, all 6 of them. Someone knows exactly where Orrin and Orson are and what happened in December. Come forward. God and our family has already forgiven you, and you will be free from the guilt and burden I know you are carrying. These are babies who are loved and have an entire future waiting for them to explore. Release them and yourself from this. All we want are the boys back. Children are to be loved, cared for, and protected at all cost, and to have your own grandchildren be stripped away by God knows who is a nightmare that will break down the strongest of us all. I worked hard for 29 years straight before retirement. I raised 3 sons and have maintained my marriage of more than 30 years, all while dealing with the pressure of being a black woman in America. I never would have imagined in my 65-plus years on this earth that this would happen to my own. If you have read this far, please continue to support the actual search for Orrin and Orson. If you know something, please share truthful and fact-based information with the Bakersfield Police Department. Please continue to pray for my babies and their safe return. I believe one day we will wake up from this nightmare. One day. God bless. With love, Wanda West. And there was further conversation on that posting, so she has also added to it in the comments. And what else she has to say are as follows. All pictures and videos of the boys that the extended family has were turned over to law enforcement. We have not been together for more than a year as an extended family, so pictures and videos of us all are limited given COVID-19. If you are seeking to use any of the official images, you will need to go through the Bakersfield Police Department because there are people out here who do not have the best intentions, legal history, or behavioral practices. We are not engaging with individuals and outlets who have prioritized misinformation, disinformation, and flat-out lies to make a name for themselves. There are numerous fake news stories coupled with the threats and harassment that have resulted in so many distractions in the actual search for Orrin and Orson. There are some people who have come on here with hateful comments and disrespectful comments and spreading lies. For the first time, I, Mrs. West, will address some of them because being called names and attacked when we have done nothing wrong is absurd. And for the record, I started my career as a teacher's aide while in college and decided, like so many in the late 1970s, to take a government job to give my growing family the benefits and security we needed. Clarity. I, nor my husband, who is a disabled Marine veteran, have never received government money, support, or subsidies. I spent my entire career working for Kern County and retired in 2009. I also was a member of the labor union SEIU and paid taxes and dues for my 29 years of service. I now live off my pension and savings. The false narratives about freeloading must stop. It is not true and has strong racial undertones. I, nor anyone in my immediate family, have ever been a foster parent. Trezell was the first and only. To insinuate or lie that I have had foster children is make-believe. Check the public record before spreading lies. We have had several businesses over the years and worked hard through the ups and downs of the economy to maintain this family. Not a dime has been made from me or my husband through the so-called system. Stop trying to attack my eldest son, which would be Jamal Watkins. He has worked hard his entire life, went to college, and has had a visible career in public service. His work to address racism and improve voter turnout in the black community is commendable. I have seen all types of stories and lies that are ignorant and reflect the true spirit of some of you. We are tracking those that are slanderous and have been falsely reported to law enforcement because you do not have a right to try and destroy someone's reputation based upon lies. We are not concerned about our image. We are not concerned about finances. We are concerned about my grandchildren, and those of you who hide behind social media, spread lies and falsehoods are not helping bring Orrin and Orson home. Keep the official search going and keep praying. Well, what do all of you think of these statements by Ms. Wanda West? They did get me thinking somewhat. For example, I do know that the story was that the kids, the oldest boys, were with their grandmother, but it was never stated which grandmother that was. And Jacqueline does have parents as well, and I don't know why everyone's been looking at Mrs. Wanda West as being the grandmother who had the children and was the last person to have seen Orrin and Orson besides the adoptive parents, as per Chief John Walker of California City Police Department. I have not found anywhere where the grandparent was identified, but other things that stuck out in this, she's verifying that those photos of the boys are a year old, and the photos being circulated on the missing persons flyer for Orson, especially with his little sippy cup in front of him, that is from Jamal Watkins' Facebook. He's the one that took those pictures, and Ms. West is saying that they, the extended family, have supplied all the pictures that they had to law enforcement. That still has me wondering, why have the parents not released more photos? Because it'd be a lot easier to know whether we have spotted these children if we had pictures that portray them as they currently look. And we shouldn't be trashing people's reputations. We should be focused entirely upon finding Orrin and Orson, and the best way to do that is to bring awareness so that hopefully someone will remember seeing them, and as law enforcement's saying, they want to know about anyone seeing them or having contact with them in the past year. And so these photographs would be quite accurate because they are a year old, and if you saw them last year, please contact the secret witness number or contact Bakersfield Police Department directly. Thank you for watching Another Day in the Car with Jules.